What's going on YouTube? This is Dave's Daily Trades coming at you today with a video on AMC. So let's hop right into it and take a look at the 1 minute chart for AMC today. So really just had a very strong push right at open, pretty much hitting the high of the day at 1438 within the first hour or so of trading. For the majority of the day, we literally just traded sideways, which of course is a little boring since we're wanting the squeeze to happen for us to go to the moon. But of course, it's not going to happen just like that. There's going to be some battles, and all you apes who have been there holding since early January have seen the lows of $5, have seen the highs of 20s. You know what battles I'm talking about. For you newer apes, you guys are just getting started. So really what I'm looking for here is consolidation at certain points. And why I say that is because consolidation is essentially meaning comfort. So this, 3/4 of the day trading at and around $14 is something so technically beautiful. And the reason for that is, guys, we can trade a whole day just about at $14, which means that there's some comfort up in these areas for this price. And of course, everyone is always saying that price is really a psychological warfare. But seeing that this is a comfort area for us is so unbelievably bullish, especially since $14, or actually $14.20, $14.25 has been a huge area of resistance for us. So of course, we still haven't really traded above that level, but I do have to say, and for some reason Webull on my desktop doesn't show up with after hours trading, but just taking a look at my phone right now, we are currently, and this is 7:07 right now when I'm recording, we are currently up 11.54% after hours, trading at about, call it 1560, which is a huge jump after hours. I mean, 11%. Of course, really take after hours with a grain of salt because it isn't during the normal day. There aren't as many people trading in the market, but still, 11% after hours is something quite significant. So anyways, we'll take a look at the daily chart just to see what's going on for the bigger picture here. Come on, Weeble. All right, we'll zoom into the important data. So, of course, the last, 7 days, we've had green days. And of course, I mentioned this last time, but this red candle here, it does show up at red. But of course, we actually still made a move up. It was quite insignificant, I would say, but it's still trending in the upwards position. I know a lot of people were saying that a cup and handle formation was looking like it was going to form. But, I mean, after a day like today, we really threw that out of the waters, and that's not going to happen. And especially if after hours movement changes and maintains, we're going to be up above this level here and trading really at the next resistance line of just about anywhere from $16 to $17. So some really open territory, as we'll say, over here, as this is a level AMC hasn't seen in years, guys. I mean, look at this. So I love to see this. This is so great. One thing also to keep into consideration is the RSI. This is one of my favorite indicators to really get a feel for if the stock's being overbought or oversold. So we can see that we are getting into that overbought territory by just a small amount. And just taking a look back here, guys, we really didn't have that run up until we were over the 70 mark for the RSI. So this is totally fine. Everything is adding up here, and this looks really picture perfect. So I know my face is blocking this, so I'll zoom this into the middle of the chart here. So really just wanted to show you guys that AMC has been having some incredible days, but the overall market is not doing great. So really to track the overall market, I use a bunch of these ETFs here, the SPY, the triple Qs, and I'll occasionally look at the Dow Jones. But really, AMC has been really trading along the lines of the technology sector as well as growth stocks. So I like to look at the XLK and compare that to AMC. And of course, XLK, and we can take a quick look at that. Oh, of course, I'm getting this this circle here. My Mac doesn't want to agree with me today. Here we go. Come on, Weeble. Let's go. this is just looking ugly. And we are looking at a day chart here. Guys, we've had a pretty big, steep sell-off. Came up a little bit, but this isn't really looking too great for the technology sector, which we've been following. So to see the market bleeding off in essence and seeing AMC continuing that bullish move up, it's just such a great thing to see. And really price predictions for tomorrow is if after hours continues to hold, which I really think it will, because that's what's been happening for the last couple of days. We've seen that huge after hours and pre-market build up, and then flat and slightly down trading volume, but consistently moving up and trending up. But what I really think tomorrow is we're going to absolutely have a spike at open, test some, resistance around that $15, $16 range. But I actually would like to see a retest somewhere around $14.20, $14.25, before we make the climb up to $20. And the reason for this is because this is just some territory we haven't been in some time. So I don't want to see this just absolutely rip up and have no technical confirmations, because A, that's not going to bring in your day trader and swing traders, which essentially is going to add volume to the pie here, which is, of course, going to help us reach our goal of that massive gamma squeeze into a short squeeze. So making it look technical enough for day traders and swing traders to come in is only going to help us in the long run. So that's why I'm all for a retest of that 1420, 1430 region. Anyways, let's hop into some things that I found today. So I came out with a tweet. This was earlier on in the morning. And pretty much what I said is I saw a 50K sell wall at $13.98 and then a 32,000 sell wall at $14, which of course was a pretty significant sell wall right there. That's something that personally I haven't seen that high, and really kind of showed me like they did not want us over $14 today. But of course, that really did not stop us, especially in after hours. So I'll give you a quick look into what this looked like on my level 2 data. So as you can see right here in this highlighted region, 50,000, 32,000, and then also over here, 11,000 on the buy side at 13.75, which of course was lower at the time trading of 13.95. So I did post this tweet and I did get a lot of feedback. Actually, I've never gotten even more than like 50 likes on a tweet, so very surprised at this. So I really just wanted to take the time to dive into what this is and why we're seeing this. Of course, 50,000 shares, that's not a retail trader. That's not someone swing trading, trying to, make a quick buck or two. This to me is textbook perfect spoofing. So, of course, that term has been thrown around so much lately. So just want to go into what spoofing is and why I kind of think this is happening. So I'm on Investopedia right now, and I'll also link this article in the bio, just so you guys can go through this and read it in more detail if you'd like. So some key takeaways here. Spoofing is a form of market manipulation in which a trader places one or more highly visible orders but has no intention of keeping them. So, of course, as we can see on this last tweet, 50,000 shares selling at a time. This, to me, is something that they had zero intention in actually placing, and they probably don't even have the shares to do so. But what they're doing is, A, they're trying to sell or trying to scare off retail traders, because when you see this, that's pretty significant. You're going to be like, wow, this is a big price drop coming. I'm getting out. Which, of course, we've seen this before. It doesn't scare us, and it doesn't really work. But it is a form of market manipulation. So this article is really more for, I guess you could say, cryptocurrencies, because that market isn't really as regulated as the equities market. But, of course, as we can see here, this is in plain sight, guys, happening in the equities market right before our eyes. Of course, if I'm picking this up, thousands of other people are picking this up, and I've seen people posting this on Twitter all the time. So just to go into this a little bit more, an investor places a large buy order or sell only to cancel it and place a sell order. The buy order drives up the price of the cryptocurrency, or in this case, the stock or equity, while the sell order takes advantage of the higher price. The spoof buy order allowed the trader to execute the sell trade at a better price than if the spoof buy order had not been placed. For spoofy, and for whatever reason they're saying spoofy instead of spoofing in this article, because spoofy is the type of trader that does this, whatever, it's spoofing. That's fine. This strategy works because the trader can place large buy and sell orders, typically for Bitcoins worth millions of dollars. And then also, I know this article kind of goes way into much depth here, more than we really need to know. But really, the moral of the story of what happens is they place this big bulk order of either sell trades to drive down the price because there's so much demand to sell. Of course, trading is all based on supply and demand. If you have this huge demand to sell, the price is going to go down. And now also what I've been seeing, not as much as the sell side, but on the buy side, they're going to some of the lowest prices on that level 2 data, putting in a large buy side and saying, okay, the price is, in this instance right here, just about $14, but I'm going to put a large buy order at $13.75, which of course on the flip side, because the demand of the shares are at such a low price, the price is also going to go down. So I hope you guys are with me still on this, but this is kind of how the market manipulation is working and how hedge funds are actually driving the price down without even trading any shares. So it's some pretty crazy stuff. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope I informed you a little bit about this. And if you guys have questions at all, I'm very active in my comment section. So leave a comment. And then also, guys, I'm really open to posting more helpful information where it's going to help some of the newbie investors really understand some of these technical terms that have been floating around the market. So if I provided any value to you guys today, please give me a like and also hit that subscribe button and tune in for the next one.